What's going on, guys? WhiteFoxTool25 here with another video, and today I'm talking about the Dwarves. It's an upcoming game, not to be confused with We Are the Dwarves, which is available on Steam now. This is a completely separate RPG that was crowdfunded on Kickstarter, and since it's coming up on beta, I figured I'd just tell you guys everything you need to know about the game and about to launch. So let's just get started with the story. It's based off a book of the same name called The Dwarves. It's actually a series of books. This is the first book in that series, and there's some slight differences, so there's not going to be exactly the same, but it is based off that book, so the story is going to be similar. You play in a world called Girdlegard, and it's this kingdom surrounded by mountains on all sides, but somehow this evil force has invaded you. It's been in your world for a while, but now it's making advances, so you have to set out and defeat it once and for all. You play as a dwarf named Tungal who was raised by humans. He was completely separated from dwarves, but he sets off in the game on a journey, and he has to defend the realm against this evil force, and he meets other people along the way who are going to help him, and they join your party and you can play as them too. So to me, the game looks a lot like Pillars of Eternity. It has a lot of RPG aspects to it, so we'll just talk about that right now. There's a lot of dialogue choices. You can really choose who your character is, and one really nice thing is the game is fully voiced, so you won't have to read long walls of text, and on top of that, the voicing seems really great. Also, to help you see the story a little better, there are going to be cutscenes, and the animation looks really great too, so definitely some things to look forward to there. But you will get to decide who your character is and get to make those choices in the game. It's also really not a linear game at all. There's going to be lots of exploration to find different quests, different people to talk to, and all of that, so it is truly an RPG at its heart. Like I said before, there's going to be 15 possible companions for you to gather and bring in your party. And they're not just random people, they have detailed backstories, and they also all have unique special attacks, and those attacks are going to be really useful in the gameplay, and they all complement each other, but they're all very different and really unique to the character. With that being said, let's move into the gameplay and talk about that for a little bit. You're going to be fighting huge groups of enemies. The whole purpose of the game is that you're going to be outnumbered all the time, and they want it to feel like a big battle like Lord of the Rings, where you're outnumbered with all these orcs attacking you, and you have to overcome that challenge and defeat them. One really unique thing about the gameplay is you're going to be able to play as 4 characters at the same time. Unlike a lot of RPGs like this, you can't just stop the game, there's no pause, so the gameplay is always going on, but you're also controlling 4 characters. Now you might be confused about how you do that, but it's actually a really cool system, so when you're not controlling one character, they're fighting on their own, and you can switch between characters, those 4 characters at any time, and use these special attacks, and what it means is that you can really complement yourself, and use these 4 characters to play different play styles, and just to play cooperatively, but you're still playing as yourself, if that makes sense. The developers said they wanted to feel like an MMO raid, but you're playing as all 4 characters, and that's really a cool thing. It's something that I think we haven't really seen in that many games before, and it's always cool to see unique gameplay. The gameplay is also going to be really physics based. There's a lot of collision, and using your environment is really key. So for example, we've seen a lot of gameplay where you're on a bridge and you're knocking people off the bridge by jumping in the air and slamming people back, or just charging people and hitting them off the bridge with your shield. Things like that where you use your environment are going to be huge in the game. And on top of that, you can also just use your abilities to divide a mob and then take one character out. The collision looks really great, and from the gameplay I've seen, it looks like you're really hitting people and knocking them back, which is always a great feeling when you're playing a sword-based game. Anyway guys, the game is set to release sometime in 2016. Like I said, it's approaching beta pretty fast, so if you want to support the game and get access to the beta, you can look at the crowdfunding link that I put in the description. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, give a like. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. As always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.